Hello, my name is Joel Niedermeyer. I am working on case study number 2, ExxonMobil Accounting for Decision Makers, January 21st, 2015. Um, ExxonMobil is one of the largest multinational oil companies in the world and has very precise accounting practices. The company set up their divisions with regard to upstream, which is their oil exploration, extraction, shipping, and wholesale. Downstream would be their marketing, refining, retail operations, and finally the final operation is chemical division. ExxonMobil has selected a refined direction over the years and strategy to maximize profits and get away from parts of the business that is less profitable. Their exploration and extraction is the main part of the business for today's strategy. And we have seen over the past few months or past month how more oil is being brought out of the ground, and the more oil that's being brought out of the ground, the lower the oil per barrel crude oil price is, which lowers our gas prices. Opportunity cost for ExxonMobil is their exploration and how they go to their various locations. One of their newest locations is Russia, where they're going over there and they think they're getting somewhere around 90,000 barrels a day out of the wells. So it's the opportunities to go into these areas and they're spending money in for exploration so they can get more out of it. It may lower their oil price, but it actually, on the other end, because of the exploration, it's increasing the value of the company and how the oil company is still increasing in value. And some of their operational costs have run into sunk costs, where they put money into the specific locations and they haven't panned out, and they have to get to the point where they either pull the rigs or push further in to see if they can find out if there actually is something there that they want, or if it's too much money to put into it to get to it. The management in these locations have to realize when the location has served its purpose and when to push on and hope it will show a profit. The direct cost for the business will be the rigs themselves and the way that they remove and produce from the ground. As an example, in the book, indirect costs of transportation of the product, in some cases refining of the product, Exxon has a fixed cost going into certain projects, and such as the rigs themselves and the equipment used. But when they get into certain locations, some of these, Russia, for example, places like that, they will have to increase their variable costs to put more money into it in order to further develop that location. I mean, where they may on paper think it's only going to cost X number of dollars to explore a specific area, it may end up costing much more. I mean, it may pan out through the opportunity cost, but again, they have got the sunk cost put into this with the rigs and the movements and the labor and everything that's into these specific locations to try to further develop that spot. The product driver price changes, as we kind of pointed out at the beginning of this. The product driver price changes as the amount of oil is put on the market. As previously stated, the price of gas has fallen a lot. The company has, but because even though it has dropped a lot, that price driver is still going to be how many barrels is on the market, and it still is going to lower. Right now, I think oil is at the lowest it's been in I don't know how many years. But if they're still producing massive amounts of oil and they're putting it on the market, it still keeps that cost driver for them. They're still producing large amounts of money off of it. The company as a whole has about 83,000 people, and that in itself is a cost driver to add to indirect pool of the company. So they're able to obviously split those divisions up for those 83,000 people, and along with their wages and their benefits and everything else, that becomes a pool of where they have to split to each division. Exxon does split the division in order to better pool the expenses, as to understand the division more clearly and to better understand the profits and how they are produced on the top divisions. This multinational corporation has had incredible leadership and forethought from the very start. The company has had some bad press, and mistakes have been made. However, when the company makes mistakes, they step up and work to regain the image for the investors, because this is obviously a publicly traded company, so they have to continue on with this business and make sure that they're doing everything that they can possibly with their accounting methods. But this is my case study for this time around. I appreciate it, and I will see you again later.